I grew up in Kansas City, and I lived in Kansas City for many years before, and went to high school in Kansas City, and then I did do some college, but back then, that was back in 59 and 60, college just wasn't pushed for me to go to, and the folks didn't push it or anything, so I did do a little bit of junior college, and that was it. So anyway, I went to work for Sears, good old Sears, and that was in I think 60, maybe 1960. And I worked for them for, many years, and then Ed went to work for Sears, but I didn't know him then. He worked out in retail, and I was in the mail order in the back there. So eventually we did meet at a party, of all things. And so that's what started that. We have 3 children. Jennifer's the oldest now. She's 56. Todd is 50. And there's Amy. She's 46. And she was our oops baby.
I've got one of those too.
You go.
And so how many grandchildren do you have?
We have 7 grandchildren, and from 26 down to 10, and so love, they're dears, love everyone.
So how did you get to nursing school in this time?
Well, we had a business in Searcy, Arkansas, when we a Ben Franklin business, catalog store, and we had that probably for about 10 years, and then Ed came down with this disease, bad blood disease, so we kind of had to give it up, and we was on hiatus for about 2 or 3 years. Before he was traveling, he was working for another company by then, doing some traveling, and he was traveling through Springfield here. And he was in his Ben Franklin store that we used to go to when we'd travel from Kansas City to Little Rock. And so he found out that, that's up for sale. So what did we do? We wound up with the Ben Franklin store. We moved there, and we had it close to 10 years, I think, and loved it. The kids, with the 2 oldest kids, really enjoyed the Montgomery Ward catalog store the most because they got to work on Saturdays with us. And our son especially worked with the bikes that came in, and we had to get rid of the Ben Franklin because of his blood disease. He just had a relapse on it, and he tried so hard to make it work again. We all did, and it just didn't work out. So I had to do something, and so I did. I went to took this course, a nursing assistant course, which I did, and I got the job. I got a job with it, and I did it for about 19 years, and I loved. I worked on oncology, and I loved every bit of it. I worked with the cancer patients, but I wasn't interested in going on to nursing school. I liked what I was doing, and so that's how that happened.
So how did you find your way to Unity of Springfield?
Oh, to find my way at Unity of Springfield? Well, I was raised as a Christian Zionist. So they're so close together in their way of teaching. And then when we lived in Kansas City before we moved to Tulsa, we would go out to the Unity Village and go to church there. And Ed's folks would be out there and they'd go too. And I don't know, that's how we got started with Unity. And then besides that, Ed and I was married at a Unity on the Plaza, church on the Plaza, so.
Oh, I love that. What's one of the things that they used to do here that you miss or wish that we had back? If there's anything.
Well, I think we will eventually. I think, but we used to have Sunday dinners here. Everybody would bring a dish, and that was really enjoyable when everybody could gather around and have dinner together and talk. And so, but I don't know, everything. There's nothing I really discouraged about Unity. I've always loved Unity. I love their principles. I love it. My very favorite word, love. I just think about it so much and wish, someday that this is what our world would be like. Nothing but love for one another. But I like the Unity principles, the Jesus teachings, and so. My dad, being a Christian Zionist, he'd say when we was growing up, he was not a bit prejudiced. I mean, everybody, you love everybody. He told us 3 kids that. He says, you love everybody. And back then, back in the 40s and 50s, people were pretty prejudiced then, but my dad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was a wonderful man. He lived to be 92.
So do you have any favorite memories or funny stories about anything you've ever done here, like on a trip or an activity, or what's one of your fun things that you volunteer here with?
Oh, here at Unity?
Yes.
Oh, I think I love to work when we had the spring sale, the church sale. I love that. And that's probably about my big thing right there, because having a business, when we had the business at Ben Franklin, I worked a lot and I was with people a lot and seeing people coming and going, and I think that's why I miss that part of it, but I love it when we had the sale, when see people come in and out.
I love it. Why should someone come to Unity?
Well, I can't imagine not. So you come to Unity, you learn. Really, it's a blessing. It's really a blessing to learn what you learn at Unity: how to love, how to care for, how to treat people, the principles of life. Really, it's. I can't think of any other religion I would want to. I just love Unity.